Hello everybody and welcome back to Vintage Thursday. So today is going to be part one of the 165, what we're going to call it. It's not a restoration because we're not painting it, we know that. Call it a refurbishment, kind of mechanical refurbishment I guess. So first thing it's got to be done, there's a leak somewhere on the feed or the return pipe to the fuel pump between the filter on the far side and the injector pump here. So what we're going to do, take them off, find out which one it is leaking. I've actually got two new pipes, figuring that if one's leaking they're probably rubbing against something or each other, and the other one, if it's not leaking now, won't be far behind. So that's the first job. We just want to get it mobile because at the moment it won't hold diesel, it's dribbling out over time or dripping over time. My original suspicion was it was the return pipe, because it doesn't suck air when you're starting it, it starts too easily. So what we're going to do, take it off. So this one at the back is the feed in from the pump to from the filter, and this one here is the return back to the filter again. So this is the one I'm assuming it is, but we'll actually find out once we get it off. Okay, so here is this is the return pipe back from the pump to the filter. Let's give them a clean off, see if we can see any holes. Can't see anything obvious. Right, we'll quickly have the other one off. It won't be up here. This is the bit that crosses the back of the engine. It doesn't feel rough. Can't feel any pits or vibration marks or anything. So we'll take the other one off and look again. Okay, so I was wrong, very wrong. Don't even need to clean it to see the hole. So this is the main feed pipe, and all along I've suspected the other one because it started too easily to be sucking in air. But not sure if the camera's going to show it. But here we are. It's been vibrating. You can rub in, you can see it, or I can see it. I don't know whether the camera can see it, but there's no doubt about where the hole is. And it's even running out. So what I think I'm going to do, where are we to? Right, here's the pipes. Let's check what our pipes look like. Do they look like they should? These are miles too long. Right. We're going to have to go and get our pipe bender and put some kinks in the right places. But what I think I'll do, I'll put this new feed pipe on. The return pipe looks the wrong shape to me, so I'm going to leave that for now. Put the original back on. I'll go and get me pipe bender and get it looking a bit closer to what it should. Okay, so here is new against the old, and as you can see, it's not exactly close, but we've got to work with it. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so this is a small bore pipe bender, really made for copper. I'm not sure how it's going to perform on steel, but that's what we got, so it's what we're going to give a go. So we need to bend that one up a bit more. Remember how it works. I'd probably get it wrong and go the wrong way. It's closer than it was. Right, it's getting a bit dark. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. Let's see if we can put it in. See what happens. Okay, so here it goes for the. I'll make sure we thread it behind everything and not block the end up with dirt. Right, we're there. Give them a little tweak. Right, we'll go fit the other side first. There is the filter fitted. Oh dear, he's jammed himself into there now. Wasn't happy with that, but I think it's probably okay. So there's little rubber O-rings on the end of the pipes. They didn't come out and I haven't got any fresh ones, so just for now we're going to keep them, use them again. That's compressing against the O-ring. down in there. Right, so now we will install the original return line, because I just can't be bothered to mess about making it fit. Where did he go? He was... does he needs to go behind that one? No, that's typical, isn't it? Take it off and start again. So now we need to refit the battery cable. And then we will install the return line. He doesn't want to go in. Right, just got to get him dead square as he won't catch, but he's away now. Right, we're losing daylight now. It's getting difficult to see stuff, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put that throttle rod back on, connect the pipe the other side, and come back tomorrow. What we've got two new filters. So we'll put new fuel filters on, bleed it through, get it started up, and then what we need to do, we need to run it up, get it warm, and then we're going to change the engine oil and filter. So then it will have fresh fuel filters, fresh oil and fresh oil filter, and that will then we're going to do a little job with it, because I've never run it up properly, never got it up to temperature with that fuel leak. So what I want to do is just see what works, what doesn't work, where it leaks, where it doesn't leak. So we'll come back tomorrow and get finished. Okay, so we are now going to do the fuel filters. So there's two on a 165. So we've got this one here is the primary filter, so fuel comes from the tap on the tank here, bottom of the lift pump, through the lift pump into the inlet, and then on into the secondary filter where it goes out to the pump, which is a new pump you've just put on, and then there's a return back from the pump to the filter. So they're quite simple to change. All you need is a 7/16 spanner, and just a little screwdriver. So we'll film as best we can to show what happens. I'll try not to get in the way, but we'll see what happens. So for filming, we are going to do the primary, just because it's a little bit easier to get in and see. I'll try and keep out the way, and hopefully you can see what's going on, but if not, we'll try again. Okay, so first step, we are trying to keep things clean. So tractor has been washed but we're just rubbing around the filter, keeping things as clean as we can. Because the last thing we want is dirt anywhere in the fuel system. So take our spanner, slacken off the nut on the top of the bolt. There's a bolt that goes down through. We do have a drain pan down there to catch any dribbles because we are going to make a mess. This is one of the disadvantages of the loader. It does get in the way a little bit. Okay, so in the bowl is a good dose of filth, so that will need cleaning. And it'll be interesting to see what's on the top of the filter. Ooh. Not much, really quite clean. That's a surprise. That's good news. Hopefully that means the tank isn't too bad either. So we will take our screwdriver. The two seals up in the top. There's a little tiny one. Okay, so here's a little tiny O-ring from the center of the filter, and then there's the bigger one around the edge. Okay, so there is the big O-ring around the top and another one in the glass bowl. So these all three come in the filter box, new ones, and they are slightly different size. So the slightly larger of the two, you can see there is a slight difference. So the bigger one goes on the top up in the housing, and the smaller one onto the glass bowl. Take our box, take out so there's our three O-rings. Put the little one on first. Onto the center. That's the easy one. We'll just find out which one of these is the biggest. So this one is the larger one. Sometimes they stay there, sometimes they drop out. Let's see what this one does. Oh, he stays. Right. Okay, so here is our clean glass bowl. On the bottom is a little valve. Where we do? There we are. That unscrews, the bottom unscrews, and that will drain any water out that sits. Any water will collect in here, drain that out. Put our new O-ring onto there. Take our new filter. It's often easier to pop it up on there, and it should stay on there. This is where everything's got to line up, otherwise it will leak. And then just gently tighten the glass bowl. Don't want to overdo it because you can crack the glass. If you underdo it, it will leak. Don't drop your spanner in the drain bucket. Because they come out a different colour to what they went in. Right, so that is the primary filter done, or the main filter, or the first filter, whatever you want to call it. Second one's hidden away in the back, so we'll do that. Can't really get the camera in there. But it's exactly the same filter, same procedure. Right, so that's both filters done. I'm actually pleased with the state of them. So this was the primary one, really clean on the top. And the second one, just as good. So I'm hopeful there's not too much sediment in the tank. Right, so next job. There's no diesel in there because of the leak on the pipe, let it go. So we're going to put some in. The tap is turned off at the moment. I'm not sure if the tap works or not. So I'm going to leave it off and see if it holds back the diesel. If it doesn't, we'll have to replace it. But I couldn't get one. When I bought the filters and everything, the taps were out of stock. So we're going to test the tap. And if it works, that's good. If not, we'll just have to wait till one becomes available. And then we'll prime through the filters. Give him a wipe. Don't want to damage my shiny paintwork. Okay, so we have got two bleed screws on the filters, both here, and there's one down again on the other one that you can't see. So we'll just crack these open. Give the lift pump a bit of a pump. It looks like we're not pumping diesel, so hopefully that means our tap works, which is here. So we'll turn him on. Oh, dribbling into the filter, right, so we'll assume our tap is functional. That's good news. It's actually filling, I think, without pumping. Or is it? I don't know. Oh, there we go. It is. Flying outlet. Right. Just nip him up and then open the next one. So just have a quick check of the filters. They're all dry, no leaks there, so that's good. If they were leaking, they would be kind of building up around here. And if they did, you could just tweak these nuts up, just tweak these bolts up a little bit. So on the pump, we've got 2 bleed screws, lower one and the upper one. There is a little tiny bolt in the end you're supposed to take out, but it's just easier to take the whole thing out. Just take your 7/16 spanner. Mind you don't drop the copper washer. So it will fill the bottom one first, and then the upper one. I can hear it gurgling, it may be coming, but we may have to pump. Oh yeah, right, we're dribbling from the bottom one. Oh, wait for the air bubbles to stop. Let's put the top one back in. There's too much coming out the top. And flush the bottom one properly. This is what's a little awkward on these engines. The lift pump is the other side. You've got to pump it until fuel comes out with no air. And when you're the other side, you can't see. So you just have to give it a few pumps and hope. So when the bottom one's flowing freely with no bubbles, just tweak that up. And then the same for the top. Bubbles coming out. Let's give it a pump for luck. That's nice, right. So that is the pump bled. Because we haven't disturbed the injector pipes, it should start. What we're going to do, we're going to put the battery on, see if it'll start. It should do. It's bled through to here. If it doesn't, we'll just have to crack some injector pipes off. But these theoretically should still be full of fuel. So we'll give it a go, see what happens. Right, so we will just do a quick oil and water check, and then we'll see if it goes. you won't. Right, so we've got plenty of fuel to the pump, so what we'll do, we'll just crack off some injector pipes and get it through up to the injectors. So there we go. Right, so hopefully that's the end of the fuel problems on the 165. What we've got to do now is warm it through, change the oil, change the engine oil and the filter, and then he's ready for his first little test. So that's the next job. Right, so I'm going to have to end the video here. I have had an attempt to change the oil in the engine, but we came across a problem. I actually cannot get the sump drain plug out of the bottom of the engine. Access is a bit tight because of the loader belly frame that goes underneath the clutch housing, so access isn't great to the plug. It's clearly been an issue before because the plug is a little bit chewed up, a little bit mangled up, and I think it was done up by a gorilla. It is so tight I cannot undo it at the moment. Let's just quickly take a look at it. Okay, so here we are upside down. Obviously center of the picture is the drain plug. All this here is the loader subframe, and you can see the corners are gone off of the plug. He's been rounded before. So clearly it's going to be a bit of a struggle to get it out. And when I do, there's no way I can put that plug back in. So I've got to get a new plug ordered up. And then I don't know when I'm going to get back to it because we are full on into straw, baling and hauling. And as you can see, everything has been dumped in the shed quick in front of it. So I can't get it out at the moment to go and do it. So we'll draw the video to a close here. I mean, we've done enough. We've achieved sealing up the fuel leak and changing filters. So that's made a good start. So I've got to order up a new plug. And we will get that out somehow. I haven't worked out yet how it's going to come out, but it will do. So right, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.